fellas. Welcome to Southwest Titans Fantasy Football League Week 11 recap, Week 12 preview. 3 weeks left in the regular season. Hard to believe, man. The year's flying by just like they always do as we get older. Going to do things a little bit different this week, but still want to start out with our stud of the week from last week. It was tight between two teams, but prevailing was FAFO. He was stud of the week, 147.25 points. He gets the win over Neighborhood Watch, who had 114.73. FAFO, he keeps rolling, moves to a 2-game lead in first place at 9-2. Now is the highest scoring team by 2 points over Paducah Fins, and then third is Ice Braves, who's, we all know, I always mention Ice Braves. He lost again last week. I think if he would have started a different quarterback, he would have won. But his team has also been trailing off a little bit here lately too. So he missed out on those, their 4 or 5, 6 week stretch where he was scoring really well and just had some bad luck. But no video will be complete without mentioning Ice Braves and him getting screwed this season. But also, and then runner up was Swamp Nuts right behind FAFO. Again, FAFO had 147.25. Swamp Nuts had 146.88. So right there. Also, largest margin of victory, Marino's Mafia over our commish, Cowpokes, 43-point win. Cowpokes, he and I have chatted a little bit. His team is tailing off a little bit here too the last 3 to 4 weeks. And so, things are getting interesting with 3 weeks left to go. With that being said, we have 6 teams. Half of the teams in our league are sitting at 6-5. Paducah Fins is in third at 6-5. And again, he's the second highest scoring team. In fourth place, Marino's Mafia 6-5. Fifth place, Swamp Nuts at 6-5. Neighborhood Watch in sixth at 6-5. Cowpokes in seventh at 6-5. And D's Nuts sitting at 6-5 after a slow start to begin the season. So 6 teams at 6-5. The thing I'm going to do a little bit different, I'm not just going to go down and say who won. It's kind of boring, right? I mean, we all know if we won or lost. It is fun, though, to give kudos to the stud of the week and largest margin of victory and Ice Braves getting screwed. I always like to bring that up every week. Sorry, buddy. You know what I'm saying. But I reached out. I reached out to our 6-5 teams. Again, with 3 weeks left in the regular season, 6-5, 6 teams. Let's see what are your chances to make the playoffs. I was able to talk with 3 of those 6 teams. Not talk, but just some text back and forth. Paducah Fins. I posed the question to him. Hey, you're one of the 6-5 teams. What are your, how you feel about making the playoffs and your chances? And he said he likes his chances. Especially, he didn't say this, but he's already got a big point advantage over other 6-5 teams. So as long as he can get another win or two, he should safely be in. But he likes his bench, and he thinks he has very reliable quarterbacks. So he likes his odds to make the playoffs and make a run there. Also posed the same question to Marino's Mafia. He feels strong about his chances to make the playoffs. And, and once you get in the playoffs, he hopes to advance. He thinks he's got a legit shot to win it all. And, he also added, and I agree, it comes down to Josh Allen. Josh Allen can put up And like he said, Josh Allen could put up 40, 50 points, but then he's also been struggling sometimes this season. I think he only had like 12 points Thursday night. But anyway, he likes his chances to make the playoffs. He thinks he has a legit shot to make a run. Thinks it comes down to Josh Allen. I think that's pretty good assessment. D's nuts responded. He had 3 words for me. I am in. Which is ironic because that's the same thing he says to his wife when they're having sex. Dude, you walked right into that one with that response. How do you not expect me to? I mean, you teed it up for me. I mean, come on, man, it's your fault. It's your fault. I couldn't resist. I mean, you teed it up. You teed it up perfectly for me. All right, we got a sponsor this week. It is Olives stuffed with minced pimento. I've been on this kick lately. Olives, cheese cubes, variety of different cheeses. I got this cheese called brick cheese. You know, I got like cheddar, Colby Jack, um, oh, what's the hot one? I can't remember. Pepper Jack, and whatever mozzarella, and one of them was called Brick, and it was really good. It's like really sweet. It's got a little sweetness to the cheese. So I have olives, my cheese cubes, and some pita bread. I'm not even Greek, but that's my new go-to snack. And that reminds me, the other night I was actually going to make that snack. I went to the fridge in the kitchen, got the olives out, and I slipped and fell on the damn floor, hit the floor, hit my head on the floor. I blacked out for a couple of seconds. Of course, when 255 pounds hits the floor, it causes a tension. My daughter come running in the kitchen. She's like, "Dad, are you all right?" And I sat up and I said, "I'll live." Get it? I'll live. I'll live. That joke was like this piece of paper. Terrible. Terrible. Sorry for the dad jokes. I thought it was funny. All right, we're gonna get into the matchups this weekend. The top 6 teams play the bottom 6 teams this week. No top 6 teams play against one another this week. Number 1, FAFO versus number 11, Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Head to head, FAFO would be 9-2. Average points, FAFO, huge advantage, 137 to 102. Projection, FAFO by 19. Sounds like he's going to keep rolling like he has been. Number 2, not enough bourbon on a 6-game winning streak versus number 8, D's Nuts, who says he is in. Head to head, not enough bourbon would be 9-2. Average points, not enough bourbon, 127 to 107. Projection, not enough bourbon by 13. Well, D's Nuts, I mean, you're pretty confident. Things, if you win this week, you got a shot. Number 3, Paducah Fins versus number 9, Mighty Coon Dogs. Head to head, Paducah Fins would be 10-1 this season. Average points, Paducah Fins 137 to 110. Projection, Paducah Fins by 16. I like his chances to make the playoffs as well, especially as a 3-time stud of the week this season. Number 4, Marinos Mafia versus number 12, Rides Rabbits. Mafia, I don't like your chances because I'm going to roll over you this week and get my 3rd win of the season. I actually would have won last week. Sorry. I had Jacoby Brissett as my quarterback, and then I see Marvin Harrison Jr. has emergency surgery for appendicitis, and he's out. I was like, oh, no, I don't like Brissett that much. So I dropped him. I overthought it. I dropped him. I picked up Tua. Tua had less than 7 freaking points. Brissett had like 25 or 26. I would have freaking won. And then Cowpokes, I was asking him his opinion on my quarterback. Of course, what does he do? He goes out there and picks up Brissett. That's his starting quarterback this week. Good choice there, Cowpokes. Anyway. Head to head, Mafia with the advantage 7-4. Average points, Mafia with the advantage 128 to 119. Projection right now, which this has been the case for like 80% of each week this season. I have the advantage by 6.5. But part of that is because Mafia's Josh Allen went Thursday night and only had like 12 points. So that gives me a shot. Gives me a shot. You know, even though I have no chance to make the playoffs, my season's over, I still try. You know, I still try. I still want to win. You know, we don't get number one draft pick if we finish last place, but whatever. Enough of my whining. Number 5, Swamp Nuts versus number 10, Ice Sprays. Number 10, third highest scoring team in the league, and not by, he's not being outscored by much, whatever. Head to head, Swamp Nuts would actually be 6-5, and a lot of that is from the last 3 weeks or so because Ice Braves is kind of fallen off a little bit on his scoring. Average points though, Ice Braves with a very slighted edge, 133 to 127. Projection, Swamp Nuts by 18. He had the Houston Texans defense against the Bills, who had 27 points. 27 points against Josh Allen. Josh Allen and, I think Mafia and I mentioned this in text that, um, he needs more weapons. He needs better wide receivers, and everything he gets, he does on his own, Um, and then finally, number 6, Neighborhood Watch versus number 7, Cowpokes. Now, this is a 6-5, 6-5 matchup. So this one, even though it's a top 6 versus bottom 6, it still is going to be a huge, huge game for both of these teams in making the playoffs. Head to head, Neighborhood Watch would have the advantage 7-4. Average points, Neighborhood Watch, very slim advantage, 123 to 121. Projections, Cowpokes by 20. 20? Is that right? It is right. It's because he has Jacoby Brissett as his quarterback. I'm joking. I'm joking. Neighborhood Watch had Nico Collins go Thursday night. He had like 4.5 points. His projection was 10. And then he got one less point from his kicker, Matt Prater, compared to his projection. So that's part of the reason why he's down a little bit. But he also has Dak Prescott. And Cowpokes and I are both hoping that he lights up those fucking Philadelphia Eagles. But anyway, that wraps it all up for this week. This is the last video before Thanksgiving. So, good luck to everyone this weekend. Everyone, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your families. And then, of course, we know then the madness begins, if it hasn't already, for Christmas and getting everything ready. So, I'll do my best to keep some more videos coming. I'm not sure about next Saturday. That's when we're decorating for Christmas, so I may not get a video out, but I'm going to try. But anyway, good luck this weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving. Love you guys. See ya.